see them in the woods, and I see them in the road. If I had
Cost
my
more,
truck, I'd
but
have thought about it.
it costs more, but.
If I had my truck, I'd have thought about it.
Okay, so we have Mark and,
Yeah.
oh, Andy did first, okay, sorry.
What's that? Yeah. That's the ones that come out after
So,
dark.
this is Steve over here. So, the select board has not been informed on why you're here.
Okay.
So that's okay, so I'll let you just bring it up.
Yeah, I've been hunting on Lodge Road for probably 7, 8 years now. And a few years ago, they started putting posted signs here and there, but not legally posted. It was, I talked to the game warden, it wasn't a legal posting, because they just stick a sign here and they stick a sign over there. And I'd go all the way down to the end and up in the field, and I have permission to hunt on Andy Chiquette's farm, which I sometimes access from Lodge Road, because it's easier to get to the woods on his side than drive all the way up Chiquette Road. But somebody has now put a gate across the road. They tried to put a gate right at the end of the road where you go from, what is it, class 3 to class 4, however that road is, 2 to 4 anyway. But then somebody took it down, and so it's been open. Last year it was open all the time. And then this year I was hunting down there during bow season, no problem. There's no posted signs down there anywhere. And then all of a sudden I go down there Saturday morning, which is rifle season, and I walk going about maybe 150 yards in from where that mobile home is on the left. And there's a gate across the road with a pile of dirt, so you can't get around it at all. And from what I understand, that's a class 4. That road belongs to the town. It's not a private road. So why should they be allowed to put a gate on there? Because I mean, at one time I know that used to be, you really used to be able to drive all the way through. And to Chiquette Road, and you understand the culvert washed out a few years back. They never fixed it. But not only that, when you get down more toward the end of that road, there's a landowner, I believe, who has the last ranch house on the right, before you get to there's another mobile home on the right with a big open field. Now, he has a cable across the road, so you can't even get to the end of Lawn Road if you wanted to, which I've never had, but, you know, if you wanted to drive all the way down to the end and park, it would be nice, because then I could just walk across the field and get onto Andy's land. But he has a cable across the road where his land is, which I don't believe is legal either, but I've never really had a problem with that, because I don't usually go that far down there. But still, I don't know why there's a gate there. Did they get permission from the town to do that? I don't know.
So legally, you can put a gate up as long as it's not locked. If you can open the gate, you don't have to have town permission to put a gate up.
But what they did was they put the fence up, and then on either side of the fence, they have no trespassing signs.
Right.
Which I could say if that was for the land, but if they're trying to say the road is no trespassing, that's not legal, is that? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know.
So the signs are, so I'm talking to you guys, because I did take a ride down there after you called. And I'm not the one that talked to you, but I did get the report. So I did go down. There is a no trespassing sign on each pole, which is on either end of the driveway.
But that's for the land, like the farmer's land on the side.
Right, on either side. And there is, the gate is there. They have it chained on each pole. There is no lock on the middle. But I didn't take the time to see if you can actually open,
Right, the gate.
you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure you can actually open the gate.
But what I'd be
If you
afraid of
wanted
if I
to,
went down there
and
to
go
hunt,
down through there.
if I open the gate, then somebody will lock it behind me, and I can't get out now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm afraid, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to, you know, I know I'm going to kick somebody off if I drive down there, and if I were to open the gate and drive down, and somebody came along and saw my truck there, they could go back up, put a padlock on that gate or chain, and now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Then what do I do?
But the law does allow them to put a gate up as long as it's not locked. Because it's a class 4 road that's not used.
Yeah, but why would he even put a gate up there? I mean, it doesn't make any
There's
sense.
been a gate up there
Well, it's-
actually for years on the Lawn Road.
Yeah, it's there to deter you from going down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
there was
why
one laying on
that's
the
why
ground.
signs are on the post,
outside
both sides
That's
of
the
the
one
road,
that's been
posted.
picked up and
But
set back up
they
there,
can't
yeah.
have it, so you can't get down there. Because you used to be able to go all the way through, but I think Chalkette's got a matter on it while they're at, so there's no even road down through it.
Well, I was understood as the culvert that was there at one time, like 20 years ago, washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
a
we
weaver
repair it.
in there and all washed.
Which, I mean, if there happened to be a, you know, fire, it was easier for someone to volunteer partner to get to that farm. And that way, it would be nice if they did repair it, but I don't think they ever will.
Yeah, it's not passable by a vehicle. I mean, maybe a 4-wheeler.
It could be, I mean, because like we made passable, like, well, at one point, it must have been passable for vehicles at, you know, at one time. I said, I was, you know, I've been, like I said, I've been hunting down there for 8 or 9 years, and nobody's really given me any trouble about hunting down there. And all of a sudden, like, you know, I got 2 deer down there last year, so I like hunting there. It's an easy area to get into. And, but like I said, I drive down there and I see the gate across, and like I said, I know if I didn't look to see if the gate was locked or not.
It's not locked, yeah.
But, you know, like I said, if I open the gate and go through, and then somebody locked it behind me, now I'm stuck by there. Well, how do I get out?
Who's got land in there?
I don't know the land, I know there's several different landowners down there because there's several plots on both sides of the road, and I know there's like 3 or 4 different farmers that own some of those fields. I'm not sure, is it Bruce Sears, I think?
Jarvis doesn't own all of it.
Yes, well, Jarvis owns some of it, but,
Most of it, most of it.
Johnson,
I
Cole,
thought there was a Bruce
Cole
Sears that owned.
Johnson bought Tim Wanda's land down there too.
All the camp, where Tim had the camp.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who put the fence up though. I really don't know.
I'm sure the guy who lives in that last house knows who it is, who put the fence up, whether it was him or somebody he, you know, that he deals with, but he must know. I thought I had time today, I was gonna stop there and let him know, because then he could maybe get a hold of the person who did put it up.
Yeah,
And he might come to the meeting and explain
yeah,
why.
we're not sure who put it up either, we'll have to see. Yeah.
Someone have to
who
look
did
into
it, Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look into it, because they can't, like I said, it can't be locked, you gotta be able to get down there. I mean, it's.
But I mean, if it can't be locked, what's the point?
Just keep the honest guy honest. It's what it is. If they don't want you down there, most people are moving down, so, okay, we can't go there, we don't go. A lot of people don't know that it's a town road either. So if you don't know it's a town road, or, you know, they just say, well, it's posted, so we can't go. I mean, I used to drive down there too, but they put the signs up, so I don't bother to go anymore.
I mean, there used to be, if you went down to the very end, there was a road that kind of went up into the meadow and go down to the other meadow down here. And that land that was over there was posted probably 20 years ago. The signs are in disrepair, they've never been signed, they're not updated. So I talked to the game warden and he said that if it's not a legal posting, there's no reason why you can't hunt in there. I suppose the landlord could come along and kick them out, but it's not a legal posting because the signs are paid, half of them are all ripped.
That's how
You know, they haven't been
That's how it's written, that if you go in, and even if it's not legal, they get it posted, you go in.
If
and
you're
find it.
told to,
If you're told to leave and not come back, then you can't
Yeah.
go back, but
Yeah.
it's not.
yeah,
But I know there's a bunch of tree stands up on the right-hand side. I accidentally ran into a guy because I was walking through the woods one day and I happened to look up and his tree stand was up there. But and there's a couple of ground blinds, there's a couple of buildings there that put up recently that are overlooking the meadows with, you know, shooting windows in them, but none of them are labeled and who owns it. I know
See,
that's supposed to be labeled.
if the landowner owns them, you don't have to label.
Okay,
If it's a landowner,
right,
they don't have to be labeled.
I assume that must be it then.
So that, I mean, that don't mean that's who it is. You know, anybody, I mean, it could be anybody, I'm not saying it's a landowner, but they don't have to.
Okay.
And I know Jarvis owns a lot of it, but I don't know what it is.
Well, like I said,
They used to own most of it, but I don't know.
no, it's Jarvis or it's, Cole Johnson, and then the other side is Shawhead, that's about it.
Yeah, 'cause like I said, I don't think all of them together put the gate up, whether somebody did it on their own.
Right,
But I don't know about the other land owners down there, but
I
they're.
know the gate's been here for a long, long time, but sometimes it was shut, sometimes it wasn't.
Well, like I said, I've been going back and forth down there for 8 years, and I've never, the only time I saw the gate closed, somebody had put it up, right up by where the road curves, where the barn is there, but it was gone like the next day. So it was somebody put it there, but it was kind of a haphazard, it dragged out the weeds, just stood it up. And then somebody else, next day or so, must have pushed it out of the way, and it's never been back. And this is like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And then, like I said, I've been going down there off and on, you know, pretty much go there every year. And this is the first year I've seen it, you know, that far down, when you drive down, and then it's, you know, 150 yards in from where the road ends, and they put the gate up, so. I mean, like I said, I would love to go back there hunting, but I'm afraid if the gate is there, I'm not gonna be able to get out, because they see me down there. I've already had, I think I had my truck vandalized when I was down there once, they snapped on my radio antenna, and I never did find it, so I have no radio antenna in my truck, but that's basically all they did, whether I think they, you know, they're mad because I'm down there, but nobody's ever said don't come down here.
Right.
Mhm.
With all the nonsense going on around, I mean, lately, maybe somebody went down there and tore the fields up or something, and they put the gate up to stop everybody from going in. or something.
Well, like I said, I've been down there during bow season and everything seemed to be fine.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's so much nonsense going on right
Oh,
now.
I know, there's a lot of kids that,
We,
I live on Providence Street in Richard, and they come around that corner and look at the racetrack. And I don't think any kid in Richard knows what a muffler is.
they come along on purpose.
Is it possible that one could acquire who the landowners are?
No, that's what I said,
Yeah, we'll
there's
stop.
only 3 possible.
And then you could stop in that,
Well, I know there's a website that Vermont has,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called the Plat Map.
but then you could stop and get, and ask permission,
Right,
Yeah.
you can find out who owns all
see
the.
who it is.
Yeah,
But there are, like I said, there's several plots with different owners, so.
there's a, well, Shawcats is on the other side, it's either Jarvis or
And you
Cole
can't,
Johnson.
Shotgun's the one that gave you permission, right?
The hunt on his land,
Yeah.
right. But his land is mostly meadow, there's a little bit of wood on one side down on the end. But, like I said, I've been mostly going up on the hill and right, on the left and go down the road. And there's actually, like I said, if somebody has a wooden shooting hut at the corner of one of the meadow, and I usually go a couple hundred yards north of that, so if he is in there, I'm not getting in anybody's face. And I try to stay, there is a couple of ground lines in the woods up on top of that hill. And that's another thing is they got guys that got the ground lines, they got those propane heaters, and there's those propane tanks all over the place up there. There must be 30, 40 of them laying on the ground. But they never take care of their trash.
But that's their land,
Yeah,
so
that's
they're
what
allowed
I
to
guess
do
it's
that.
really want, but yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
I guess
are.
I try to stay away from those two.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I've never had anybody physically come up and tell me that I can't hunt here. But I just said, the gate was the first thing I ran into Saturday morning when I went down there.
Yeah. No, I mean, we can look in to see who put it out there, but it's not locked, so.
Yeah.
They're allowed to put a gate out there as long as it's not locked, even on a class 4 road.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's the same as down the U's, right? Same
Yeah.
exact thing, there's a gate down there too, but it's not
Yeah,
locked.
it's the same thing up on our hill, you know, where Carol always had that one, but he never locked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could go through it, but it was just enough to stop most people to say, you know, we shouldn't be out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess I can leave now.
We'll look into it, I do have your number and whatnot,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably get onto the website and find out what the landowners are and maybe get, official
Yeah.
written permission or something, so that at least if I go in there, I can put the thing on my dash saying I have permission to hunt in here.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that would be
it
nice.
wasn't- I was under the impression that if this land's not posted, you can hunt on it unless somebody tells you to get off.
Right.
So that's what I've been going by,
Mhm.
are all my years of hunting. I've gone on, most of the land I got, I'm sure it's owned by somebody, but nobody's ever kicked me off, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
years and years ago, when I was growing up, and this is reversed since then. You had to have landowner permission first before you could hunt.
Right.
And you had the little signature sheet in the back of the fishing game warden book.
You actually had to have it on your person.
Well, yeah, but that's where they have them there for you,
But
for
for
you.
for youth hunting, you cannot go on anybody else's land without that permission in your pocket.
Oh, look at that.
And that's still the case if you're youth hunting.
If you're you,
Yep,
but it's flipped.
yeah, it is.
If you're an adult, it didn't matter if you were a youth or an adult years ago,
Yeah.
you had to have landowner permission.
But no, it doesn't work that way anymore.
No,
Yeah.
unless.
Well, I think the state, it would make it a lot easier for hunters if they had some kind of website where you could look up landowners, so that and phone numbers, so you know who to at least call.
Yeah.
And they don't, then there's a lot more, like I said, more and more land is being posted, and a lot more out-of-state owners, which are,
I do know there's an app that you can get on your phone that it kind of gives a idea of what it is and its names and,
well, I've got one on my phone for hunting too, it's called X Hunt.
yeah.
But if you wanna find out landowners and stuff, it's like $40 a year to
Yeah.
join, for something like that. But I know the Vermont Plat Map is free. I had it on my other phone, I don't have it on this phone, so maybe I can get back onto it and find out who the owners. I know that one of the landowners, I think, has a farm down on Austin Post Road.
That's Jarvis.
That's right.
That's the Jarvis that has that barn just before you get to that gate.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's the same farm
did go to
I
that.
wanna use this for too long, what's that road?
Davis Road.
Davis Road.
Yeah,
Let that turn down there too.
yeah.
But I did go to that farm and the secretary said she didn't think it would be a problem, but it never did get permission from the actual landowner. They were having, supposedly doing that, they were like, we all,
Right.
okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Have a good night.
thank you.
Yes.
All right.
I forgot to do that with the appropriation.
Yeah.
New garage updates.
Well,
Do you wanna roll over here? No.
the,
Close to you.
I don't think they're rolling along.
the roof's 3/4 plywooded, we didn't get much done today, the guys didn't show up, but there was a little crappy this morning, and they've got 2 jobs they're trying to frame at the same time, so they've been kind of splitting the hours between us. But, yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be too many more days, she's gonna be buttoned up.
You're gonna have the weather for it, looks like.
Yep, maybe Thursday you get a little damp, but these guys work in the rain, so we're fortunate. They
Good,
don't worry about the water, they don't worry about the weather too much.
good, good.
They're working with us and getting it done.
I talked to Pierre, he said he dropped off our other sample,
Yeah, I brought them in today,
So-
opened them up, so.
so that a little, comparably, you can see this was something more that we were looking for, rather than that one there, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
the darker is better.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
I'm colorblind, I can't help.
Yeah, all look the same.
Well, you got 2 shades of blue there, right?
I know, it was hard to tell, but I'm thinking, yeah, we did put them together after we got them out. What do you like, Todd?
I think this one here is the Napa.
That one?
Yeah. Unlike this one, obviously.
See, I like that. That's,
Of course, it's a little dirty, it might distract us a little bit, but.
I like that color.
But
No, I agree, I think that's.
So this one's definitely out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's too much.
yeah,
Let's do this.
That's why I took some of these out of there.
There's a white, that gray you have on top is,
my understanding is, looking at that,
do it like that. There you go. That's the white one, right?
Yeah, it's too
You
much.
want something a little darker?
I think that, oh. I don't know, it's up to you guys, not up to me.
I kinda like the one on the right, on the little bit of the brightness, but darker, I'm still, you know.
Dark blue
No,
on the light blue.
Huh?
So I go with dark blue and the light blue.
Want it
Put the
deep?
dark blue on the bottom part, and light blue in your feet. To me, those colors there don't match.
So, so the grays went on the roof, and what color did we say we were doing for the edging?
The roof is,
It's like a
Were we doing off-white
Yeah,
for the
Well, it's not
gables and
charcoal,
stuff?
but it's-
Right now, everything is based at white for all the roof fascia trim, soffit,
Yeah.
all that, and around the doors, the garage doors, all that is plain white.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
nothing but white.
tone idea.
Yeah. There won't be a lot of that light blue just on the two ends.
Great feet, yeah.
Yeah.
About 12 feet by 50 feet. 54 feet.
So you're saying that for the gable ends?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that would go to, that would break things up. The roof is charcoal gray, the trim is white,
Yeah,
so that would break it up.
yeah,
That would give it some contrast.
yeah, because then you're going gray to white and then white again, so maybe, yeah.
So the siding one, we don't have to have right off.
No, but we needed a decision, and that's why
We need to work on one.
and that's why we had the other samples brought in at.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, that one.
Yeah.
That one you still got a couple more meetings before we have to get too nervous on.
It's actually
The,
not a bad
The
idea.
roof color.
Well, it's not really.
What's the other one look like?
Which one's that?
The other one?
There's three others here.
Not the white, go. that
This one,
Yeah,
this one.
what's that one look like?
In this place?
Looks the white.
And gray roofs.
I don't.
I don't like that. I know I said I didn't care, I don't like that.
You like the blue
I
better?
don't like white anyway, so.
Okay, so you like the blue and the blue.
I don't.
Bone white.
Bone white.
Bone white.
That's just. one
There is a
shade.
difference between a true white, bone white.
It's just the next shade darker
Yeah.
than white. Yep.
So anyways, we have our samples.
Ask people when they come
Hey,
in.
I
what
was
they
just gonna
use
say,
it?
leave them there and we'll
Right,
ask around,
right,
because
yeah.
we need to know what the roof color is,
I
right?
need to know the roof color. so
And the
we-
roof color, they had already
Yeah, we did.
decided, which was,
It's a chart, it's a,
Halfway gray or whatever.
it was like charcoal, it's like a grayish color.
they're right here.
I don't think they.
It was in one of the minutes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were the last minutes, the ones I don't have. So, okay, graphite, I told you that, the graphite white, or gray.
Graphite gray.
Yes, I don't think it's in any of these,
Yeah,
or
it's
I don't
in
even know
gray.
where it came from.
It was on the sheet.
Graphite, gray, not quite as
Was
dark
this-
as charcoal. Charcoal's almost.
Those are the doors.
Charcoal's up on the
Those are
roof,
the
almost
doors.
looks black. Just not
Okay,
white.
maybe it was this.
The black is black, like that chair black. The charcoal is
Oh,
just
you
that
were
little
right,
bit
Ed.
lighter than that.
It was pH and not the.
I know it was. You didn't have to tell me
Okay,
that.
tell them, it's right here,
What?
right here, this is the color.
You know.
That's the one you chose.
I've been playing with this stuff for 20 years. I probably
Yeah, cause that's the charcoal.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one right
You're
there,
this
Graphite gray, yeah.
which is a dark color, just so you guys know. That's what you
It's,
chose,
but
was
it's
the
not
dark.
black.
one.
Right.
No,
Right.
no, it's a dark gray.
It's pretty close to
The top, that's the top one there, second one.
Yep, second one down.
It's actually got a little sparkle to it. It's not so.
So then you're gonna have the white trim
matte.
that comes off that, right?
It was white.
Yeah, the fascia and the soffit's all white.
That's what it means,
And,
you're gonna go gray to white, so then.
Sean and I
that's what
talked,
you
and
want underneath that.
the architect and Brian, neither one spec a shine board around the fascia, but we're gonna put one on anyways. And that'll stop that ripple effect on you, because it gives you one more bend in the metal.
Yes.
One more bend in the metal
Yep,
fascia.
I agree, yep.
And we're gonna put that on there. That's being delivered tomorrow morning. So when it gets papered and all that, and then everything, drip edge and all that stuff gets put on, it'll be That'll help with that ripple. It's an 8-inch, plus you got your soffit, so you're talking almost a full 8-inch fascia, flat piece of aluminum. As the weather changes from hot to cold, that thing will ripple like
Yeah,
no tomorrow.
yeah.
So, we talked about it, we're gonna throw that on.
Yeah.
We do it with everything we do, so
Yeah.
either his stuff or my stuff, we both do the same thing. So we're gonna put that on it. Doesn't change anything on the building other than the fact that it helps that metal out.
And they say putting in a couple bands in it does make a big difference.
Yeah, otherwise you gotta take the break and put some creases in it.
Yeah.
And that never matches and it never looks good and it never comes together.
That part,
Someone took that, Jamie.
that part of yours is exactly wrong.
Yes, it did.
So the other thing was the garage doors, they need to be getting, those need to be getting ordered.
Those were white, or the same as the fascia, right?
Okay, cause I had heard, we talked different times about when Sean dropped off the
Yeah.
pictures, the
Yeah,
colors.
there.
There was brown, there was
Overhead
white, there
door,
was
white
gray.
overhead doors, white colonial siding inside, graphite, gray roofing, and then the outside we were.
So just standard white, nothing special on the doors.
Right. Or correct.
Yes. That's what they, yeah, it was white overhead doors and white
Okay.
as far as everything else,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the siding is not a big deal right now.
Okay.
And
But we're working on it.
So, yeah.
obviously the
You can
kitchen,
wait, you can leave
I
it
heard you
there.
guys got the kitchen, but we're not gonna get nervous on that one yet. So
We already picked the kitchen colors,
That's fine.
Yep,
so that's done.
You got it wrote down there? All right, down right here.
it's right here, so it was, okay, now you're gonna correct me, because I didn't spell it right, but Glacier Quartize countertop, as in Quartzite is what it had on the back of it.
Quartzite.
Yep, countertop, and then it was a dark blue Merck BSK T330 for the cabinets, which was almost that color blue.
What was it again?
On the back of it, it was MERCH BSK T330, but it was, so if you were looking it up,
Hold on, autocorrect, just change my whole.
Yeah, it does it all by itself now.
so it was
MER,
MERCH
yeah,
BSK
ESK.
capital T330. But it was the same color as that over there, wasn't it, Danny?
Pretty close.
It was pretty close to that color. It was a really dark navy blue
Yeah.
color for the countertops,
So-
or for the cabinets, which would match the outside.
What about the drapes?
Wait till I get in there, I'll.
I just had to put that on camera, because that's been the
How
joke.
many curtains do you have in your house?
That's been the joke for the last
Okay.
month over at the garage, so I just wanted to put it on camera.
I don't do drapes, I don't do curtains.
You got curtains in the sliders?
That's to keep the sun out.
Doors going in the windows?
Yes.
Garage doors, the walk-through doors will, yeah, those are all.
But I mean, the garage doors, all the ones that I saw didn't have windows in them.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
oh,
here, these here have windows.
See there?
They had one, right now, I think they're one row windows.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Can you hand that to Andy? I didn't
So that one
realize I
panel
almost
could
paid
be-
it, but it's not our bill.
You got,
You know, whichever
wanna
panel,
hand us the door?
it'll be a big panel. Unless you request a top panel, but I don't see that. I would assume you probably want a mid panel, something that's somewhere near eye height so you can look in, or look out. Unless you prefer to look in.
No.
Some of those ones you start to.
Yeah, so each panel,
You can pick up.
these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels, so they're roughly 200
I know.
piece.
Don't work.
So that would be roughly, say, 5
So you
foot,
know what?
the middle of that
I
glass.
have never chosen.
Which
that.
is about,
Eye height.
Eye height.
Whatever the hell
Yeah.
you want.
Okay. Just one row of glass.
That's it.
I'll note that just so
That's the
there's
only
no
place.
question or anything.
opposed to having two colors and who wants one color?
Two colors to what?
So, two different colors, two-tone, or just one straight color?
Oh, instead of doing the gables a different color?
Just one straight color?
And then the roof's a different
Blue.
color, and we're just doing the white on the sides, yeah.
It's possible. I mean, you do whatever you wanna do. It's,
Yeah, that's an option too.
Okay.
I'm not, I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. If it was my building, it would just be one color.
White?
But it wouldn't be white.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be white, it would be gray, it would be silver. But at least, whatever.
So if the gable ends are all the same color, is there any white that goes through the middle? You know what I'm saying, like,
There's no transition.
there's no
There-
transition, it's all straight up?
There's no break.
Okay,
when they put this, when they,
so just the sides would be that
yeah, when the, so when the returns go on,
white.
hey, you wanna listen?
No,
I don't know why you guys don't talk about
Does she
this.
at all?
So when the returns go on, typically what we do is we take that upper color, if we're changing color, and follow those returns across. So when you step back and look at the building, it's a straight line from edge to edge. That white comes over and then your color, so that's typically, unless somebody asks for it higher, whatever. And then, the only line you have there is the color change.
Right.
So there's not like a wide freeze board or something that goes across,
Right.
or any of that stuff. It's just the edge of the next color, like it was painted.
Just like an overlap.
Yep, that's all it is a 2-foot overlap.
Yeah.
And, but it's almost like it's painted. It almost looks like somebody put a piece of tape across there and they painted the top half one color and the bottom half another color. That's all it's gonna look like. Nothing,
Yeah.
no trim board, nothing else. No J channels, mess with, nothing.
Right.
I vote just a single color.
yeah, that's what I'm
I
thinking,
mean-
you might be right.
I like that color over there, if that was a solid, all the way up through, give it a little brightness,
Mhm.
I would go with that. Solid color.
And then the white on the outside.
Yeah.
And then all your, would be what,
Yeah.
Andy?
I don't care.
You're good.
I have no preference, not really. Not, I mean,
Yeah, give it a,
whatever.
yeah, that white's gonna be a little bit shiny.
But you can still ask people,
That's one.
I can.
What?
we'll ask people what they think.
The only one that's gonna answer me is Lori.
She goes that way when she goes home.
Her vote don't count.
Heron blue.
Karen?
Heron, just as it said. Yeah.
Blue.
Okay, so is the outside like white, or is it an off-white, or is it a,
Well, what?
so, the trim?
It's white.
Well, that's close.
Just like, huh?
That's all be white, that's what you're talking.
Okay. No,
It's
yeah,
white,
you're
just
right.
like a
on
piece
that.
of paper, white.
No, that's good, so.
Now, to really give
You want
you,
an ID number too?
so normally, if you wanna break it a little bit, you could do, we can order the corners in a white corner versus that blue corner. That breaks up,
What?
All four corners around. Yeah.
Okay, so when I said trim, I thought the trims were already gonna be a different color.
the
That's
trim,
why I
meaning that right now the trim is the edge of the doors, the edge of the windows, the edge of the roof, the casing around the door, the big doors, that's all white.
She can
Yeah,
tell.
but I don't know if I
There it
want
is.
that, yeah. Do you think that them white sides would stick out a lot though? They
What are you
probably.
talking about? The corners,
It's just
the
a-
very
it's
corner,
just a-
this much on each
like
corner.
This time on each side, down each, it's a.
I know, but.
There's a corner panel that goes over the top of the corner,
Mhm.
after the siding and all.
Yeah.
The corner panel goes
Yeah.
on.
Isn't that
Boom.
gonna stick
Yeah.
out? Like super,
So you
super
can do that
white?
in blue, you can do it in white, you can do it in paint, I don't, you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want. But is it,
Think
that's an
about it.
option that some people will do that corner to break
Tell
up
me it's
the
not.
corners.
The corner,
So
so,
that whole building's, it's
So-
not like blue.
so it's got a
I'm
contract.
out of this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
can
we can have
visualize,
to
I can
walk
visualize that. White.
hold that thing right to the floor and don't even look over
Yeah.
there.
It's sometimes, I mean,
We'll
people
put the speed sign on the other
Some
side.
people like the whole-
With that.
thing,
No.
they do the siding, you see vinyl
Yeah.
buildings, they do the corners the same color, other people do the corners.
But then you'll see your door frame will be white, so that it'll give it a little more break.
A little touch.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I did.
I like it. White corners, white corners.
Yeah.
Help this man out tonight, white corners, white corners, white corners,
We'll have to look tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just a break, it breaks it up a little bit.
white corners,
All
I'm
right.
good with it.
white corners. Tell that here.
It's dark blue.
Almost the same thing.
There you go. Yeah, you just gotta look at that, see what it looks like.
It's dark out, I tried.
You're here, yeah, you ain't never noticed?
Oh, look at the pool, I
Apparently-
wanna jump in every day.
Apparently it doesn't look too bad, then it was, I said something.
Oh boy.
I think I'm set on the rest of the.
Almost.
Did you get?
So the next thing is the tanks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we tried to get a hold of several different areas. I did not get a hold of, I forgot to do folks. But anyway, the only ones that got back to us was, on-site.
On site for
The tanks.
ball
So,
tanks.
For the propane tank
Oh,
and
oh.
the in-ground sediment tank.
Because they do.
I got response for the in-ground sediment from camp.
You
Oh,
did?
well, okay, well, I messaged them and they never got back to me.
And that's what I had taken from our last meeting. So I contacted them and
Yeah, so what did, yeah, no,
swooped it,
that's okay.
but I didn't print it out.
Okay.
But we do have something back from them. And I got Ryan Wells to look back at what he had in his notes, and he gave the okay on the tanks as well, just to make sure those were the right tanks. Ryan does, I can look at any questions. Oh, there's the drawing, wait a minute, I gotta.
So, on-site did give us a quote of $46.50 for the sediment tank. That's installed with a cover
Well, that
on
sounds,
top.
that really sounds good. But I thought camp was around 8,000,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I mean, I can send this one to Ryan to make sure that
Ju-
it is
just to
the
make
right
sure.
one, but they
There
were
was,
gonna do this with a cover, the frame, the whole shebang with,
That's the cover, the dry run tank?
yeah. It's an H20 loading water oil separator, 24-inch cast iron frame cover, and that's delivered and set in the prepared hole for $46.50.
You can't beat it. Here was Ryan's notes. Back to me, per our discussion about the holding tank in Berkshire Town Garage. Here are the two plans for the two holding tanks. The floor drain holding tank is 1,000-gallon HD, same as yours, heavy duty,
Yeah.
right, holding tank. It shows poly riser, but if you want to do
Yeah, this one
concrete
has the
risers,
risers.
if you want to do, and he suggested to do concrete risers because of the truck traffic
Yeah.
around, but that would still might be okay, Emily. I mean, on that basis. And then the other 1,500-gallon holding tank. Now, is the holding tank that we took out, is that a solid tank or is that split?
Split.
It cannot be split. It needs to be solid. So,
The new one.
the new one needs to be a solid tank, one inlet and no outlet, and one piece.
So you're talking about what tank
The
now?
septic tank.
Septic tank.
Okay.
So there's your tank for your fuel tank.
Oh, your bilge, you mean? For his fuel tank, his bilge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have to order a new septic tank to put in?
Yes, because
Okay.
it has to be solid, unsplit.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right.
And no outlet.
Yeah, we're
Right.
still,
You
we're
said no
still good on
No,
our
no,
budget, so that's okay.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
I'll
That
bring
was-
that to the next meeting.
And that's the
I
other
meant to
thing.
do it this time, but it's still good.
Okay.
We're still okay.
Okay.
Okay, septic tank, solid unsplit, okay, 1,000 gallon. It's just, I mean, I don't know what the timeline for ordering these, or when you guys might need them, or when,
As far as, well, we don't need septic until, we won't need septic until the building's basically done, technically.
but I'm just saying, like, if the
it'd be
ground's
nice
gonna
to-
be froze, are we gonna try to get these
It would be nice to get them in the
earlier, or are
ground
we gonna try
before
to
they,
wait till spring?
things are, it'd be
You
nice
don't
to get
even
them
have
in.
that. Go ahead.
It would be nice to get them in the ground after the
I'll let you
siding's
read that.
done and all that, so we're not traveling around them and trying to drive.
Okay.
I'll let you read that, so that was,
So, they could be something we put in later.
It'd probably,
It might be spring,
So the
but
water line put in too.
So can you email that to me, so I can?
I will, I just want you to share the information tonight of what's there. So his price, your prices from on-site are very good.
Yeah. So the only difference is concrete risers, and I didn't have the concrete ones. I got
Yeah.
84.50.
Right.
Okay, but a septic tank on here was gonna be 89. So who do I contact to see if anybody else has septic?
On-site.
It's still-
On-site.
Oh, yeah.
On-site.
he just delivered one over to that job overhead over Bakersfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he must have them in stock because he delivered it in 2 hours after the guy called.
Gotta have it right.
But this one they're saying is a 1,500 gallon.
That's the tank that's spec on Roy's drawing for the
Okay,
wastewater,
because the one that's over there is a 3,000.
but it's split.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we
Yeah,
have a
you have to-
1,500, just as a reminder, we're gonna have them come and pump that out at least 3 times a year instead of twice.
You want me to ask Ryan about a bigger tank?
I mean, it doesn't matter, well,
Well, you see, that's where it goes back to what's on the WW and what the state has approved.
right, so,
I mean, we can do the 1,500 because,
I mean, if we gotta, I mean, what was the reasoning, because they thought that there was an outlet on the split tank,
You're not gonna have a split tank on a holding tank.
or you're not?
No, that's Ryan's drivers on the process of what we're supposed to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Because I thought too, like, well, we already got a tank.
Right.
Oh, it's gotta be solid. Oh, and I saw half and half the other day. I said, well, I know we don't have a true holding tank with no seams.
Mhm.
So,
right, and this does come through with them setting it in and the whole shebang, the price.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I'll,
yeah.
definitely get a,
Yeah.
but, I mean, we can go with the 1,500 because,
Dylan.
Okay, Dylan said he would come out here 2 or 3 times a year. He didn't have a
Well,
problem,
Dylan-
that we just set it up.
also said if he did like a place around here and had half a load, that he would stop in
And just top
and
off.
just top off
True,
there.
true.
So,
Yeah. Because like here, I mean,
Dylan's-
we're good once a year, like.
Dylan's good, he'll work it.
Is that what you do here?
Yeah,
And how many
It's a-
gallons here?
3,000,
Oh,
so, yeah,
yeah.
So it must be about 3,000 gallons as a load then.
yeah.
but
Oh,
he
yeah.
can carry that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a full load, so that's
So
always.
that's,
Okay,
so,
okay.
okay, so, I mean, you still probably get away with once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe tight, maybe. You guys
Well,
really have
them
to
guys
start-
have 3,000 right now, and it's twice a year.
They're spending way too much. They're burning through way too much toilet paper. No.
So that's what I'm saying, like, which is fine, he can come out here 3 times a year and just,
Well, we
You
did
know, he has
twice
a-
one year because the toilet was running.
Oh,
And
there
we
you
were
are.
there for a long time.
oh, and there's no place for it to go.
Right.
Okay, so no, we'll just check on that, which we don't need right off, so.
And we can't put a bigger one in?
That is what is on the wastewater permit. So at this point, no,
Okay.
unless we want to go back, but I wouldn't recommend
And-
going back.
And it's 1,000 gallon tank for the
Yes,
That,
Waste,
she
the
just
other-
read it, yeah.
That one does
The
state that
difference
it's a
between,
thousand gallon.
the difference between pumping it 2 times and 3 times a year is probably not a whole lot of money.
No.
No.
Yeah, you know, if you got a guy that's doing it regular,
And if you time it right, for here, you could pump that and that,
Right.
at half capacity.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm sure, like I said, you could, I don't think the difference would be the difference in the tank for quite a few years.
I mean,
Nothing to get nervous over.
if Dylan's willing to, you know, like, if he
Oh, I-
does a house and he's still got room for 1,000 gallons, he said it'd be the same price if he pumped 4,000 gallons off.
Right.
You know, he's still gonna charge the same thing per gallon, charge by the gallon anyway, so.
Yeah, Dylan's really flexible. He's good to work with.
Yeah, proposed new location of previously permitted 1,500 gallon holding tank, WW-6-3509. Well, that's what's on the permit.
Yeah, see, I didn't read that, because, you know, I was only worried about what I had to order, not what was already
That's
existing.
all right, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure you get hold of Kevin, he'll give you another one for that.
Yeah, no, it's fine, yep.
And his tanks are all priced and sold anyway, so.
Yep, that's what those were too, so, yeah, okay, that works.
You're all set, Ed?
I believe,
You get all your colors?
yes. Hmm?
Don't forget the white.
I got one more.
German.
Yeah, you got one. You didn't hear about Sean Wilson? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
I just heard about
I'm
it.
not gonna,
I just heard it this morning, actually.
I'm not, okay, we'll leave it for later.
Highway updates.
We put wings on the trucks today.
Why you fly?
Huh?
Why you want to fly?
Yeah. That's what's in it.
If you wanna go deer hunting, take that with you.
I have no luck when he does, so.
Yeah. She went out for a walk first morning, she had 5 years before the day was over. They're all bald.
Danny, what you got for us?
Like I said, we put wings on today, plow.
Ed, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you guys, I'll pass this forward and we will take care of
Okay,
things. Get things moving,
all right,
the next step.
looking good, looking good.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We put our plow fronts on the other day, the sanders are all on. We just keep blowing hoses constantly, but one truck anyway. We're fixing them as they go.
Where are you going?
Just old drive.
Bill and Sean have been putting up stickers last week, part of the week. Been around calls out a little bit. I've been grading, and doing what we've been doing at the shop, for maintenance here and there, or whatever, or working on the garage itself. That's about it.
So Justin White, you went out there and you told me that you did check with.
Yes, yeah, I met with Ben off here.
Yep.
He's done his spot. Doesn't need a collar on our end, doesn't. No, it did. And he was fine with that. He's moving it up back toward, well, like Ken's or whatever. moving
Yep.
Up the road.
Which he said, because it goes
Yeah.
around, he thought it was
It's
gonna be a better place there
It is,
anyway,
it
so,
is
yeah.
a much better place.
Mhm.
Got a few trees to cut down, but, so, yeah, I met with him, we're good there. I see there was a driveway put in the center hill over there,
Where's that?
just for Tim's house.
Oh, that's, yeah, well, I'll take care of that one. So we do need a motion just to approve that driveway that Danny just talked about, and Danny
Who
does
is
have
it?
to drive this.
It's
Justin
Justin White, Kermit White's son.
Oh, yeah.
He, just down from his Well, actually, you go up through the old wheel
Just
barn,
right where
And
Jason's
he's got
sign underneath.
place up there in the back,
Oh,
and, he's got a building lot up there, he wants to put a house trailer on it or whatever.
subdivide it and rent it out, yeah.
Yeah,
Cause they got 10 acres, but they have 800 feet of road frontage,
yeah.
so they got way more than that.
Yeah.
I do believe that it's going, the driveway's going in by, over Mike Kermit's place, right? Our old place, I should say.
Yeah,
Well, it's,
It's on
towards
that.
that way.
you know, well, it's basically, you know, where Larry started putting the driveway in, right down that cut.
Mm-hmm.
You'll kind of go up the road, hill a little bit further, and then cut it, and then come out
Yeah,
farther up the road.
yeah,
It gives you good visibility.
Mm-hmm.
and he's got 10.5.
He needs to think ahead, so we get that changed from 5 to 2, we put in another one. Seriously,
Oh, I hear you.
seriously.
So I didn't.
I says, you only need 200 for road frontage in Berkshire.
Here, a motion for Justin White's driveway permit for his,
Motion.
Second.
I knew that was coming.
I was saying, he needs to think ahead where he puts his line so he can subdivide again when he goes 5 acres to 2.
and any more highway?
The only other thing was I did order from Farmway the culverts.
Perfect.
I ordered 4, yeah,
No, go ahead.
I ordered 4 2-footers and 4 30 inches and 118 culvert, and that was $9,700. You don't get much for,
Well, you had
So you guys-
10,000.
you guys-
He had 10,000 in the
There you
budget
go.
to
Correct.
spend this winter.
All right, good. We're managing the budget.
Yeah.
what's that?
Which is coming up.
Find things to do because you're not real busy or what?
Oh, no, we're busy.
Okay, so outside of ordering the culverts, I'm just, so plows and sanders, it's getting to be December and you still had, you know what I mean, just saying, if there's anything you need.
Yeah, we gotta go down and get a couple more blades. 1 carbide blade, which will suck up a couple thousand, and 1 or 2 steel blades. We gotta get steel blades because we didn't think we'd have any more. We didn't wanna buy another carbide for Bill's truck, just to get rid of it, but now we're gonna use it all the way probably,
So
so.
yeah, you still have 7,000 on plows and, well, you did use a little bit, so you probably got 6,000 on plows and sanders, so if there's anything you think you need,
Yeah.
just remember that, yeah,
Okay.
as we're
And,
getting down
Yeah,
to
we
it.
haven't started plowing yet either, so when things start to happen,
Right,
gotta
I'm
move
just saying, if you think
gotta
any of your
push.
cutting edges are bad,
Yeah,
or
we-
if you need new cutting edges, now's the time to get them and not January.
okay, yeah.
You know, because you guys are always gonna need them anyway, it doesn't hurt to order them ahead
Well,
of
the
time.
thing is, like, my truck, Sean's truck, all got carbide blades on them now, plows and wings, and, like, mine's going on its 3rd year. Bill's truck's on when it doesn't, but we didn't wanna put one on his truck just to get rid of it, but now we think we're gonna be using it all winter,
So
so.
you might as well order some, yeah.
Yeah, because
At least we'll get more steel blades, we only got 1 steel blade left, so.
Yeah, so, yeah, it doesn't hurt to order a few.
do you think you might part with that truck another year?
We got 1 ordered.
It was supposed to be at the end of this year, and then it's now another year out, so now we're just playing catch up on all that.
Right.
But we actually
Yeah,
didn't put a
that's
lot
why we're
into
gonna
it this
steal that
year,
one.
because
Yeah.
even, so truck 2, which is his, we only spent half the amount that we did last year. We
Yeah.
budgeted for 15, and we've only spent 7 so far. So
The
that's
year ain't
not too
that
bad. The only
Yeah.
one that went over
Right,
was
right.
Sean's, and that was only a little bit, but not.
I mean, we were lucky the last
Last year,
time.
we put a lot into it, but.
We were lucky this year, we thought we were gonna put a lot into it this year, but come find out they got to save all the parts, so.
Yeah, so that was good.
I think after this one, once the garage gets we'll look into doing something different about plows and wings. Maybe we'll see if we can go with a little cheaper setup as far as hookup and maybe longevity of the plows and go every other truck.
I don't think price-wise, you don't see much difference. I mean, the only thing different on ours is the candy cane. And
Right.
that's, I can't remember now what the price difference between the standard plow and, hitch was. I don't know if it's that big a deal. But we probably could go without another candy cane on the next following truck, because now we've got garage enough to put them in. Far as, well, it all depends on what, the abuse that plow takes.
Right.
Like the dusters, you just is better to get rid of them because they're worn out. I mean, we just put $2,000 in Sean's, put all new everything on it, but we'll see, I'll see what it is.
Yep.
It's not a credit thing.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Sand's holding up.
Sand's holding up. We lost half a yard today, but
Why?
someone coming to the bucket.
Oh, that's right. Some lady asked me if it was okay if she came and got sand because, it was a new person in town. So I'm just like, are we just saying it's okay or?
As long as they live in down in Berkshire.
Okay, yep, no, I will message her back. I forgot to put it out here, but yeah. I just wanted to make sure. I thought, but-
I mean, we got signs up that say stay out, but that's for safety reasons. But
yeah.
And for
Okay,
the
no,
unknown.
I'll find that
Yeah.
again. It's in
And for
my stuff,
insurance.
but yeah. Okay.
Right. Right.
No, that's fine, yeah.
So, I mean, it's, besides, looking at prices of plows and stuff. We did have we don't have any spare plows in case one gets messed up. We did have a chance supposedly to buy a spare, a used plow.
Have we ever had to have a spare plow?
We used to when we had our single axle, we had a spare plow. That was because you could get into a storm, we were running steel blades, and you had to stop to change
I was
blades.
just gonna say, but as long as I've been here in 16 years, you've never had it.
No, but
Okay.
it can happen, Montgomery's done it, they've gone off the road, hit a tree, folded the plow up. So,
But
usually,
we'll worry about it.
yeah, usually you can go down, Tenco or somebody usually has a yard full of them that will hook up, so. That's about it,
All right.
So Mark, porch, ramp, anything on it?
I called, left a message to him. If you're in the area, can you please get back to us? So let me follow back up with him.
Okay.
Uh,
It's not a
this
huge
week.
thing. I know we're now gonna be, playing duck, duck, goose out there on the back porch when the snow comes sliding off this year. But I'm gonna bring that back to those beams. Our bathroom door doesn't shut half the time, so something's going on underneath the building. That floor over there is now dropping more than it had before. We have very little choice but to do something. So I'm gonna show you that I have money in the budget that we didn't use.
I thought we hired, what's his name?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I can find the money easily.
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 No, not easily, because we were conservative on our spending in the office this year, so we have plenty of money left over. That we can pay somebody to come fix them beams before one of us steps in the bathroom and falls through the floor. Or one of us is on the toilet and
You
can't
know,
get back out.
come over and use ours. We can bring it over here if you
Yeah.
want.
We can put
you just rented it.
we can put a bottle out of that.
Yeah, that would work, because I'm thinking, you're gonna step in there and you're not gonna get back out.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, the assessor pay, because Justin had actually taken maternity leave, we didn't pay him as much as usual, so we have 4,000 there. Computer expenses, we did not have to buy a computer, $3,000 there. Digitizing land records, we didn't have to do anything, Lori kept up with it, it was good, that's another 3,000, that's already 10,000. And then office maintenance, because we were using it towards stuff, we still have another 2,000 there. So we have $12,000 in the budget we're not gonna use by the end of the year. So I'm just saying, if we could get somebody at least on to fix these beams. I'm really worried about them, there's no reason that.
That
door
should have
sheet's
asked
sticking.
Ed, should have asked Ed when he was
Ed's
here.
not gonna do it. He
Right,
wants.
he's already said he wanted to.
No.
Like ribbon and stuff.
So I mean, like, I know we already have, Greg Hall.
We have one
I
price
don't know
from
if anybody else does it, if you guys want a second bid, but we really need to do something.
What, Greg Hall had a bid?
Yeah. He came in at 10,000,
I think
that's
he
why I
gave
used
Tony
these
something.
numbers. Yes, he was gonna come in.
He's not here.
Well, I think we raised the question of,
Did we have the money?
well, one, why is it 10,000? Right,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the cost, and I'll give that to you now, that was the cost if we replace the beams that are there.
That was a green lumber, right?
But this doesn't
Well-
tell us if it's green lumber or what they're
Well,
using.
we can make a phone call to see if it's green, dry, or
Because we
seasonal.
have to have dry.
If it's in the
Yeah.
sawmill, it's green lumber.
Yeah.
Definitely green lumber.
Right,
Yeah. And then we talked about doing LVLs,
that's what Greg was gonna do, yes.
so,
I'm just saying, at some point, we really gotta do something, we're not gonna wait until, you know what I mean?
Right.
No,
And it's 14
It's a hazard, the door don't shut to the bathroom.
No.
yeah.
If you got the money, call
Do we go back to Greg and ask him if he's got the time to do it?
them.
Well, it's kind of, I mean, like I said, if I knew somebody else to call, it would be fine, but I don't know anybody
Getting
else.
anybody,
Yeah, that's late, yeah.
no, no.
But when that door started sticking and there's no frost, usually
Right.
that's when it is, and
Right.
now we're like, there's no frost. and
Right,
The door's
right.
sticking at the top, not the bottom.
Do LVLs come in
I don't know.
on,
They'll manufacture them any size you want, I think.
Yeah.
is it? Because we
I
gotta,
think,
because how it's set up down there from us looking at it, there's pillars all big, like
Yeah.
here separately going down through, and all the beams are all the same height and width.
Mhm.
So we'd have to match that same height and width. Ideally, you would
Yeah.
want to match that
Right.
same height and width. I can take a, well, I can stop by Sticks and St. Albans and get a price on an L, well, I know, Greg already did it, right?
That's what, I don't know what he did, I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
I
he
can
gave us
get,
a
I can
quote.
get a price from Sticks and Stuff in St. Albans on 2 LVLs.
Right.
We can buy them direct.
Oh, we can buy direct, I'm just saying, but you still have to have somebody that's gonna.
No,
come
but
in and-
you
yeah.
wanna try to call Greg on your end?
Yeah, no, I can do that, yeah,
And I'll check St. Albans.
yeah,
I'll take a picture of this so I know the length.
yeah. And that's on both, are
8
both
by
of them the
10 by
same?
12. They're both the same.
Okay,
They're all the same down
well, that's
through.
right, because they start from that beam and go that way.
All the way down through.
Yeah,
Yep. 8 by 10 by 12.
okay, so I'll get a hold
Here you
of.
go, 8 by
Oh.
10 by 12. I got it.
Okay, no,
Got it.
that's fine, yeah. All right, thank you, because I'm like, we
Yeah,
really don't
yeah,
like sitting
Yeah,
in here.
yeah. And if they don't work or something, we can use those for jacking if we needed to,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
right? So we gotta support and jack with something.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Okay, so. I'm good.
So,
Oh, shoot, thank you. I skipped over that one. Josh Grimm's,
Oh, Josh Brandon,
yep.
yeah.
so over So he would like to be like an alternative to be on the Northwest Regional Planning Board as a representative for Berkshire. So I told him that, you know what I mean, it would be totally fine, you know what I mean, I'd just bring it to you guys.
Yep,
If somebody's willing to do it, you guys are always happy to do it, so.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
I'm
it.
good with it.
Yep.
Andy?
Good.
Good, John?
Okay,
Yep.
he also would like to be the backup.
Hold on
for
here,
the
we just got one good at a time.
Communication Union District represent, for the fiber optic stuff. The CUD, yes, the CUD.
So what's happening with the CUD?
Not
Well,
much,
that's
probably.
just the thing, like,
When
yeah.
everybody talks about their internet, I said, oh, they've got a lot of wire and they're supposed to be hanging it up.
Yeah, so they're working on it towards Berkshire, it just hasn't gotten here yet.
Yeah.
They got it up in Johnson now, but,
That's a long way
so
from
it's.
Berkshire.
Franklin's getting it down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I said it's working. So his wife is actually the first one, but there is no alternative. So if she can't make it, he'd like to just be the one that can actually jump on to the meetings, but you can't do that unless you're a
Yeah,
member,
oh, no,
so.
that's good, that's
Yeah,
good.
so he would like to be on that
I'm
too.
not turning anybody else to call.
No.
For anything.
That's good,
Okay,
Yep,
agreed.
yep.
1 and 2,
okay,
For it.
all in favor?
Aye.
okay. Nope, that was it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep, that was the porch and, yep, the color, the tanks, yeah. That was it.
Perfect. 8:09.